I was just sitting here, chilling, just idling, like an NPC, and I just came to this really profound, clear understanding of math and science, and I kept being like, why is statistics a different degree in school? Why isn't it just part of the math department? And so I was just, before sitting here idling like an NPC, I was studying logic on a video that might be posted now or it's soon to come. And I was basically realizing that most of math is just deductive reasoning and a form of basically, yeah, deductive reasoning, meaning I always had a problem, first of all. I always had a problem or difficulty understanding the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning, and I never really got it until I kind of got it when I was studying chemistry or biology or both, well, 2 semesters ago in school, and we covered inductive and deductive reasoning potentially in both, and like the bio lab. So I'm like, this is really important. I want to learn this. I've tried to learn this in the past, and I finally it started to make sense. And really simply, there are two forms of reasoning in trying to derive truth from the world or patterns or whatever it may be. Two different ways of reasoning to knowledge and to truth. And deductive reasoning starts up and deduces down, right? You start up here and you deduce down, meaning you start with an axiom, you start with some assumed truth. You're like, this thing is true because it is, and then you use logic to derive a conclusion from the truth. And you say, if this thing is true, then this thing is also true because this logic is correct. And that's deductive reasoning. And so mathematics, pure and applied, is largely based upon, it's mostly deductive reasoning, almost all of it. And that's why we get mathematical laws, because if this thing is true, which we said is true, this thing has to be true always. It's a law. And so inductive reasoning, on the other hand, is bottom up. You induce upwards. So down here, you get some data, you get some patterns, some observations, and you induce a general pattern over it. And that's why we call them theories. And so the hard sciences, like physics, well, here you go, hard science versus soft sciences. Hard science, physics, and chemistry, these are the hard sciences. They have laws. There's chemical laws and there are physical laws. And that is because they are deduced and based in mathematics. Whereas over here, we've got soft sciences such as biology and social sciences and whatever else you want to throw in there, economics. And there are basically no laws. Well, there's law of supply and demand. Yeah, that's economics. But in general, the soft sciences use inductive reasoning and they use statistics. They gather a bunch of data because it's super complex. One human has 40 trillion cells all interacting in some complex way, and that's just one human inside of a bigger network of humans, inside of an ecosystem and a biome. And so biology and social sciences, the study of like human behavior, is much more complex, and it's hard to deduce down to simple axioms and first principles and draw conclusions from them and make laws. So we have to just gather a bunch of data and then overlay these new patterns, and we call those theories. And so yeah, that's kind of like hopefully I explained that pretty well. It's pretty clear in my mind, so hopefully it came out clear, and that is the relationship between math and science and statistics and science. So the relationship between math and hard sciences and statistics and soft sciences, and the mode of reasoning in each. Deductive for the hard sciences and math, and inductive for the social sciences, soft sciences. Inductive for statistics and the social science. Inductive for the Statistics and soft sciences. All right. Just a nice insight, I thought. So I thought I would share it and also kind of just teach it really quick so that it sticks a lot better because I don't want to forget this. I don't think I will forget it. I think it will be a way I see the world, and it just shifted the way I approach and see the world and learning and epistemology, like the study of knowledge. And yeah, hopefully that was clear to you. So, all right, talk to you later.